Digital romance TV.
Hey folks, how are you? It's Michael Fiore and Nora Blake, and today we're talking about 5 signs that she is not trustworthy.
I think these work both ways.
I think it would actually work both ways. I liked putting the little extra emphasis.
The M
is
untrustworthy.
We're putting the emphasis.
Because women are much more devious than men. Let's be true,
no,
right?
I mean, well,
I'm joking.
Women are better
Being
at cheating.
facetious.
Women are better at cheating than men are. It's a fact.
That's because we can think about more than one thing at a time.
Yeah, bitches. Anyway.
So maybe we are more untrustworthy.
So how is she untrustworthy or he untrustworthy at this point?
But these are flags that somebody's
These are red
untrustworthy.
yeah,
These are
5
red flags. Like
that
these are the
someone's
signs, right?
One of which is just, do you find them lying to other people?
Right.
Right? Like when you're around somebody enough, you will see they'll be telling stories. Are they embellishing a lot? Are they constantly telling stories that make them the hero in a situation when they actually aren't? And rewriting history in that way? Do you find like they're lying to their friends? Or are they talking about how, sometimes people even do this, like, oh yeah, well I totally told my boss this, blah, 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 even though that wasn't the truth. And they'll blow that off thinking it's okay because it's their boss. But if they're willing to do that kind of thing in their work life or in their friend life, they are willing to do it to you as well.
Yep.
A simple fact. Number 2 would be violating, or actually asking for money is a big thing.
Yeah.
Asking for money or asking for, finding ways to manipulate you into being the person who pays for things or who takes care of things in some way. Money is the most obvious thing for that, but I've seen people do it for things like even moving or whatever else, or who like if she never offers to pay for anything for dinner or whatever else, or if it's only like just anything where it's like, finding a way to make you the one who's financially responsible for things. It can be as overt as basically saying, well, I need some money because blah, blah, blah. There's always a reason. But especially if you're early on in dating, if somebody is asking for financial assistance from you, that is a giant red flag, especially if you're online. If you're online and you meet somebody online and they say they're a general who is currently in Africa wanting something like that, and they need $5,000 from you, blah, 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 it's a lie. Next is violating privacy in general. We get emails from women in particular who write in and say, oh, I've been going through my boyfriend's text messages. I've been going through his Facebook, things like that. If you catch a person you are with, male or female, who has violated into your email or violated into your phone or violated into your Facebook in some way, that is a huge red flag that they will be doing that again. And I don't broach that in any way. I don't deal with that. Like I don't agree with the idea of violating somebody's privacy in any way. And if they're talking about, again, if people will mention these things, well, they did this kind of thing to somebody else, to an ex-boyfriend, to somebody like that. Anytime they're talking about, really anytime that somebody will talk about, if they are gleefully or happily describing how they manipulated someone in any situation, that's another bad sign, another red flag. They will do that kind of thing. Number 4 is basically gaslighting, but acting like you are the one who is untrustworthy.
Right.
If they are basically forcing you to, always really toe the line on every single thing.
I don't think that that's normally them acting like that. What usually happens is people who are untrustworthy
They assume the same.
They assume the same in others.
Well, it's like when we have a person we used to be friends with who was saying, well, Mike, I know that you're really good at manipulating people and you don't say anything without considering it first and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, that's you. That's not actually me. That was him instead, right? And it's a projection. We, as human beings, we only ever see the world. We assume everyone else is like us.
Right.
We just do. So if somebody is incredibly manipulative and untrustworthy, they will see everyone else as untrustworthy as well.
Yep.
And oh yeah, there we go. Number 5. I can't read my own handwriting. It's a problem. Getting angry when you ask questions about things. Getting really defensive and like trying to change the subject using logical fallacies to do it. An example would be I have a friend who, his ex-fiance actually, he got out of that relationship gleefully. She was always getting phone calls from collection agencies because she had a lot of debt that she didn't want to talk about. He would get these calls at the house. She also asked for a lot of money and things like that too. And then when he asked her about it, she would say, why are you asking me all these questions? Or, oh, it's nothing, don't worry about it, like denying it without actually being willing to do it. But anyway, any kind of evasive, any time where they seem like they're trying to hide something or they assume everyone else is hiding something, that's a pretty big red flag. Or lots of red flags that you might be in trouble. And you want to find these out now.
And this is for men or women watching that.
Yeah, it goes both ways. It's not just for women. So that's that. If you have more red flags that might show that a partner could be untrustworthy, go ahead and somebody's going to write, well, if they feel the need to password protect their phone, it means they're untrustworthy.
Nope.
Like, no, it just means they're human.
And you shouldn't expect somebody to give that up to you just because you're dating them.
No.
That's not Nope.
But we're together. You should trust me
Nope.
with everything. What?
People can have their own email passwords, their own Facebook passwords, their own phone passwords, and that's none of
And
your
by the way,
business.
the reason for that is like, even if somebody isn't doing anything wrong,
Yep.
there's always things that can be interpreted wrong.
And also, you can just have your own existence in this world without having to have your partner be a part of all of it.
Yeah, and you're allowed your privacy. It isn't.
Yep.
It isn't like we're not living in like George Orwell's 1984, where only the space in your head is what you have for yourself. At least not yet. I think we're getting there in a lot of ways.
They're going to take over that too soon.
They are
Yeah.
soon. My damn head. Okay, so that's that. Leave your comments below, and then go to digitalromance.tv. Bye. If you've got a cell phone in your pocket or purse right now, then you've got everything you need to create incredible romance and passion with the man or woman in your life at the push of a button. Go to digitalromance.tv/TRB to see Michael Fiore make an entire audience of women on The Rachel Ray Show swoon and learn how to use tiny little text messages to have the relationship of your dreams.